Hello everybody, welcome to Daily Brick. My name is Nick, and today we're looking at set number 76307, Iron Man Mech versus Ultron. The Iron Man Mech versus Ultron is quite a significant set for a couple of reasons, that being that this is the first time we've ever gotten a comic-accurate Ultron, and a pretty cool and unique suit for this Iron Man. Honestly, the only thing that is unique about the Iron Man is the fact that the helmet has changed. The torso and legs have been used in two other Iron Man before, but that doesn't matter. LEGO classifies it as a completely new fig. Let's just get right into it. We're actually going to look at the Iron Man mech by itself first. The mech is fairly simple, a different color swap between red and gold, dark red to be specific, the classic Iron Man colors, so really not bad. There are some pieces that have been being used for a lot of mechs as of recent, so a lot of these pieces down here in gold for the arms and legs, the ones that are not bendable, that is kind of my biggest gripe with these. Underneath the arms you can kind of see these gold pieces left and right, actually other way around for him, and on the legs you can see them down here as well. They do not bend, so they do not have knee joints, they do not have any sort of rotation or ratchet joints down there. That is really unfortunate. I love the mech lines. I think that some of them are really good because of the figs that you're getting, but the builds are just not good. I just don't understand why LEGO is insistent on making the sort of flat, not moving pieces, and they really want to do that for a lot of the mechs nowadays. That's why I don't get a lot of them, only if they are coming with figs that I would really like. And I think that that's the general basis for a lot of LEGO collectors out there, is that a lot of these mechs really don't make it worth it. I think that the price is pretty good. Most of these are at least $15, so I think $15 for a minifig and a villain. They've started doing that now too, where the mechs come with two minifigs, so that makes it way worth it to get, especially when you're getting brand new prints, brand new molds for things. It's just odd that we don't get this sort of quality in the bigger sets. As we actually take a closer look at the mech, I know I wasn't even talking about it, we can see at the bottom you use these ball joint pieces that have the bar attached to them, and those are just connected to some 2x2 circular jumper plates, and then you can see that they attach right down there at the legs. Again, no movement in the knees, so it's just going to be static all the way up. So it does have some gold detailing up into the torso. That's all dark red. The dark red actually does make it look a little bit better up there at the torso, and I think that the Technic pin right here that connects both the waist and the top of the chest work really well. I do really like that mech piece that they are sitting in. I think that there are some good usage of pieces in these mechs, and I think that they should continue doing that. I really think that they should just add some maneuverability to the arms and legs. As we move on to the right arm, he does have stud shooters. I'm not going to shoot him. I don't want to lose these two 1x1 circular disc pieces, so yeah, we're not going to lose those. Those are both in transparent blue. The arms are not that bad either. The shoulders kind of go into dark red, and then the rest goes into gold. I think on the left arm, using these new claw pieces is pretty good. He does only have 4 fingers. Most of the mechs only have 4 fingers, so they're usually not accurate, but hey, LEGO minifigs don't even have fingers to begin with, so it doesn't really matter. The minifig just sits snugly inside right here, and then you can see the sort of capsule that the minifig just sits inside, and then it also does have a 2x2 print of an arc reactor on the chest. Starting with the figs, this Iron Man is kind of unique. It's definitely got some different detailing that makes it look more geared towards the comics than anything else. This is definitely not an MCU suit, so that is pretty cool. Always getting a comic-based Iron Man is always pretty awesome. You can see down at the toes that he does have toe printing and some pretty good leg printing. You've got some gold patterns that sort of run up the thighs, and you also have these kneecap pieces right there on the front of the torso. I'm actually going to turn them so you can see. You can see his abs in gold, which is definitely odd for an Iron Man. You don't usually see the ab pieces. His torso does have an arc reactor just in a normal circle with some bright red highlights and a lot of dark red highlights. You can see on the arms that they are plain. They do not have any sort of printing on them. So up top on the head, he does have his normal Tony Stark face with the heads up display, and then also on the back with the kind of smirk smile. This is also an intricate helmet, because this is a way better version of the Iron Man that we just got recently that was using the same legs and torso, but it had the helmet piece that was really shrunken down, and it made his face look awkward. I will throw a picture of him up on the screen just because it really did not look fantastic. This one does look way better though. This is using the new helmet mold, which is something that not a lot of people are too keen on. I don't really like it. I think that it makes his head look so incredibly tall for no reason, and the visor itself does actually pop up. And again, I'm sorry this video is kind of negative, but I'm a big Marvel fan, and getting a lot of these things done right is important to a lot of people. Up next, we have Ultron, and Ultron is the savior of this set, even though he is the bad guy. I am so enthralled to get this minifig. I think that the detailing on not only the torso, but he also has amazing leg printing, back of head printing, and just great printing overall. He is printed on the flat silver color, so the entire minifig is on that. He comes with two 1x1 dark red cylinders in trans red, and then he also has this laser beam piece. I'm actually going to take all of these details out so it doesn't unfocus the fig. The printing on the toes up into the knees is so fantastic. I love that printing right there. We're actually going to look at the back of the torso first. He's got some really good kind of shoulder pad pieces right there that make up that print, and I love all the red detailing inside of this shiny silver. He also does have that back of head printing. Back towards the front, we're going to have a lot of really good red lines that sort of tie in the whole fig, and I think that's fantastic. And the face is perfect. This is the most comic accurate minifig I think we've ever gotten from LEGO Marvel. I think that the face with the kind of scowl, kind of scary looking face is fantastic for the Ultron. LEGO Mechs is something that needs to be stopped. I think that we have so many already. I think that people's collections are piling up with these mechs, especially if they just want the minifigs. If you're someone like me, I really only bought this set for the minifigs. The Iron Man is something that I collect, so I do collect a lot of the different Iron Man, and this one was unfortunately new for the set, so I did have to grab this one. But I will say the Ultron made it worth it in the end, and really, it was just the figs. I don't really know what to do with the mech itself. I love Hulkbusters, I really do, and I'm one of the few people on this planet that do, but I really think that the mech line needs to be stopped. There is just not a whole lot that they can do with this anymore. I think remaking the same Iron Man mech 12 times in a year is not great, even though it does fly off the shelves for little kids. And I get it, LEGO's a kid's toy, but there are adult sets for a reason. Adults do enjoy this, and it does become a hobby after a certain point in your life, and LEGO grows up with its audience, so getting sets that are sort of geared more towards adults nowadays is not uncommon, and getting things that are just repetitive has become more common. And I think that even kids looking at the set aren't going to go for this when they have something else like the Civil War airport battle. I would rather have that. It has every single minifig that you'd need for like kind of a starter. Anyways, that is going to be all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.